Will Texas ban lab-grown meat? It's May 2nd, 2024, and these are your headlines. We're starting off with a bit of a fun story, but it is pretty serious, actually. I mean, you look at what Florida has done. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has just signed into law a ban on the sale of lab-grown meat within the state. This is, I guess, the next latest food fad. Terrifying, frankly. According to Florida's Senate Bill 1084, cultivated meat is defined as any meat or food product produced from cultured animal cells. The legislation creates the penalty of a second-degree misdemeanor for knowingly selling cultivated meat in Florida. So, will Texas do the same thing? Well, Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller has long championed traditionally raised beef and chicken over lab-grown substitutes. We asked him what he thought. He said, "I commend Governor DeSantis for signing that bill. It's something that hopefully will start a trend. Maybe we can possibly get that through the Texas legislature." He went on to say, "Why would you want to eat lab-grown fake meat when you can have the real thing?" I agree. We have a plentiful supply. We have about 12 million head of cattle in Texas alone. He said it doesn't pass cowboy logic. He said lab-grown meat, the general public is really not interested in eating that. We had a big push for Beyond Meat, the fake meat that's kind of lost its steam, and so I don't think the public is going to be interested. We might as well just move on and eat a good ribeye. Sounds like a good suggestion. Well, we don't have a total ban on lab-grown meat in Texas, but we do have something. State Senator Charles Perry authored Senate Bill 664 this last session. It was signed into law and requires that cell-cultured products be prominently labeled as such so that consumers know that the product is lab-grown or created. However, as I mentioned, it does not go as far as to ban the sale of these products altogether. Although Texas has a law protecting women's sports, a man masquerading as a woman will be traveling to a Texas university to compete against women athletes this weekend. Now, during the last legislative session, lawmakers passed Senate Bill 15, also known as the Save Women's Sports Act, which bans Texas's universities, the public universities, from allowing biological men to compete against women. Governor Greg Abbott signed that law in August. The law took effect in September. But despite the safeguard, which only applies to intrastate intercollegiate activities, so only in Texas, a transgender athlete is set to compete in the 2024 National Collegiate Women's Water Polo Championship, which is going to be held at Texas A&M University this weekend. One of the teams traveling to Texas to compete is the University of Michigan's Women's Club Water Polo team, which has a biological male named Alicia Pans, formerly Johnny, on the team. According to the University of Michigan's Instagram page, he was named the Player of the Week and is a graduate student at the university. The team also boasted that they're a state chess champion in the women's category. The first team the University of Michigan will compete against is the Texas State University women's water polo team. So Texas Scorecard, we reached out to Texas A&M about the situation, how they plan to protect women's privacy during the tournament. Spokesperson said that Texas A&M continues to comply with Senate Bill 15, that new Texas law, which requires state institutions to limit female team participation to biological females only. However, as they noted, the law does not address the hosting of competitions for out-of-state teams. Incoming Williamson County GOP chair and the Round Rock chapter chair for the Independent Women's Network, Michelle Evans, told Texas Scorecard that coaches from Texas universities have an obligation to protect their female athletes and stand up for fairness in women's sports. It remains to be seen whether the legislature will extend their protections for female athletes next session.
Is it possible to morph from a hero into a villain? I'm Valerie Munoz. Join me as I introduce you to the most powerful lobbying group in Texas. One that started as a savior, but has become the very thing they were created to destroy. Listen now to Season 7 of Exposed, The Beast of Austin, available wherever you get podcasts.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection apprehended 3 men with felony criminal records for sexual offenses involving children. Border Patrol Chief Jason Owens revealed this week that 3 criminal sex offenders would be set up for prosecution and removal from the country. All had prior felony convictions for indecency with a child sexual contact. Agents made the apprehensions in Eagle Pass, Rio Grande City, and Cotulla. News of the incident came the same day CBP separately announced that officers at the Port of Buffalo's Peace Bridge border crossing arrested a Mexican national found in possession of child pornography. We reported last month that a group of suspected illegal aliens were arrested by local police in Baytown for possession of child pornography. There were more than 2.4 million Border Patrol encounters with illegal aliens in fiscal year 2023. Thus far in fiscal year 2024, which began on October 1st of last year, there have been more than 1.3 million. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.